Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how I styled my Amazing Beauty hair extensions into these gorgeous bombshell big wavy curls. So before we begin, I just wanted to go over what my hair is. I have natural hair that is about right here. This is my natural hair. I'm wearing Amazing Beauty hair extensions. They're 18-inch tape-in extensions. I am wearing the colors number 2 and number 3. I have a mix of 5 packs of those. I have a lot of hair, so I'm wearing a lot of extensions to make it blend. 1.5-inch barrel curling iron, a heat protectant spray or product, a moisture and shine lotion or a hair oil, hairspray, hair clips, a hairbrush, and of course your gorgeous extensions from Amazing Beauty Hair. So when styling your hair, especially when you have extensions in, the most important thing to do before you style is to brush it out. You want to make sure that you don't have any knots and that the hair is all lean smooth before you go in and start styling, otherwise you're gonna have a mess. Next thing I'll be doing is sectioning off my hair. I'm going to be using the clips that came with my extensions from Amazing Beauty Hair. So my first section I like to take is right at my ear line. You want to make sure if you do have tape-ins that you're not going to pull your hair. Next thing you want to do once you have your hair sectioned is take a thermal protection spray. I'm using Chi 44 Iron Guard. Once that is applied, you want to go ahead and brush through the hair. For this style, I'll be using a 1.5-inch barrel curling iron. This one is Conair brand. It's really inexpensive and it works really well. What I like to do is from the nape of my neck, split the hair in half to either side. The most important thing to consider when styling your hair this way is that you're curling your hair away from your face. You don't want the curls pointed toward your face, you want them away. You want to hold the curling iron at an upwards angle like so. When you take your curling iron, you want to take about a 1-inch section of hair. You can do it smaller or larger, just depending on your hair volume. You want to take the curling iron and run it quickly over your hair just to kind of smooth out the cuticle. And then you want to take the curling iron at about where the end of your natural hair meets the extension and curl it upward. And then after a couple seconds, you want to pull the curling iron down, wrap it in the hair again, and let it sit for a couple seconds. Continue to do that until you reach the end of your hair. You can have a little bit poking out at the end, as we can see here, and then you'll drop that curl. So now we have this nice pretty curl going on. So when I'm doing this style, I just separate that curl from my uncurled hair. So you'll just continue doing this with the rest of your hair. Continue to take about 1-inch sections of hair. It can be bigger or smaller. I like mine to vary in size slightly because I like my curls to be some tighter and some more loose. So now that this hair is all curled on this side, we're just gonna leave it sitting over here. Don't brush it out. Try not to touch it as much as possible. Just kind of leave it sitting. So we're gonna do basically the same thing on this side. So once this first section is completely curled, I basically just throw it in the back and forget about it. And we'll want to take our next section. I like to hit right about the top of my temple. Again, we'll go ahead and take our heat protectant spray. So again, from the middle head down to the nape of the neck, we'll split in half, and you'll see that bottom section is still curled. But with this second section, you want to brush it out just slightly. You don't want to hit those curls underneath it yet, so try as best as possible. Same exact concept with the second layer, just curling away from the face. And when I am doing the pieces closer to my face, I like to take a slightly smaller section. That will just give you a slightly tighter curl right near the front of your face, and that'll blend out into those larger curls. So now we'll want to do the top section of our head. So again, just fling those on back and let this hair down. The most important thing to keep in mind with the top section of your hair is making sure that your extensions aren't showing. Especially in the back is where a lot of people miss it, and where you can really tell if somebody's wearing extensions. So you really want to make sure your hair blends and is covering all of your tracks. So again, going in with the heat protectant spray and a little bit of brushing. If you're parting in the middle, you're going to do this a little bit differently. If you're parting on the side, it's going to be somewhere around the same as what I'm doing, but I have a pretty far over part. So my bangs on this side are a little bit thinner and they're very thick on this side. So over here, I like to take a relatively small section of hair, and we're basically just doing the same thing over again. This side of our head is completely curled. I'm going to move on to this side. So my one spot where I do take a pretty large amount of hair is on my bangs. I really want to loose curl. I basically just want it super waved on this side. And just move on and do the same exact thing. Now our whole head is curled. To finish this look off, I like to brush it out. You don't want to heavily brush it out. You don't want to sit here for 20 minutes and brush it out. I just like to go over it really quickly. And we're also kind of making sure we don't have any knots going on. At this point, you'll want to make double sure that none of your tracks are showing. If everything looks good and you're all set, then you're gonna move on to the next step. If not, you can feel free to curl little pieces if you feel like they're not curled enough, if they're not blending. Double check in the back using a mirror. I'm happy with how my hair is looking, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a Moisture and Shine lotion. This one is from &Co. It is Waterfall. You can also use an oil or anything that's gonna hydrate your hair a little bit. This is just adding some moisture into those ends. You wanna use a little tiny amount in your hands, and you'll wanna go through on the ends with that. This is just going to make your hair shine, and it's gonna give it some extra life, making sure all those ends are down. We don't want any crazy flyaways or anything. And last but not least, I'll be taking a hairspray. I'm taking Vicious by &Co. And we're just gonna finish it off. We don't want to kill it with hairspray. We want our hair to still move. And that is absolutely it. This style is so simple and it looks so flawless. It looks put together, but not like you tried really hard. I just think it looks fabulous for every day. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and stay tuned for more.